I'm here at the Broad Museum. Sometimes I don't know how to pronounce it, so I just think of a road trip. A Broad trip. Broad Museum right here. You can see, look at the building. Looks like there's a glass eye over there. And then right next to it is the Disney Concert Hall. So you could take a look at the Broad if you have tickets and the concert hall in one day. Here's another look at the Broad and how close the concert hall is. It's actually like just right across the street. As we're about to enter, you can look up and you can see like it's like honeycomb type of stuff. First things first, let's get up here.
Yeah.
They look like flowers or like balloons. Or maybe colorful sperms. This kind of looked like this flashlight that my uncle had, and it was kind of big and had a hole on one side of it. This looks like an owl nun holding a huge banana like a bow and arrow thing with a little nip. And this one over here looks like someone scratched some papers of the Statue of Liberty. And this one over here looks like a 3D hat from like Dick Tracy era. It's in the middle there. And then a mirror with dots, made out of dots, like dot art. And then Christina Applegate. And this one looks like a 3D paint can on top of a table. But then let's go to the side and you can see like, whoa, it disappeared into thin air. And in this one I can see it looks like 3 sets of eyes. Hey, no, they looked at me first. And up on the wall you can see 2 pointy pyramids, kind of like one of those Madonna bras.
Yeah.
This says blang. It's like bling, but cooler. It's blang. This actually reminds me of like GoldenEye playing on the Nintendo 64. I'm just standing here trying to figure this one out. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 hop. Left foot, right foot. I'm gonna trip on myself. This is like an artist rendition of the wieners of Larry, Moe, and Curly, the 3 Stooges. Which one's which? This one's pretty cool. It's like artwork, and on the top it looks like a half of a chair upside down with a leg, like as if someone is still sitting on it. Man, that's crazy. It's like popping out. It's like 3D art. Bloated Empire. Right here we have the Norms on Fire on La Cienega. That was a historic moment in Los Angeles history. Boss. This bird looks really angry at that thimble. Or is that a plastic cup? You remember that Friends episode where Monica was like telling which spots are like the good spots? Like, 2-8, 2-8, 1-1-8-8. If you stand right here, you could imagine how it is to be in a duel with Elvis Presley. Wow, this is an actual speed boost from Mario Kart. How did they get it up there like that? Man, it's amazing to see. Looks like a dude with a hat just standing there. And then you go 90 degrees to the side, and it looks like some dude is just leaning against the wall. I don't know what to say about this artwork, but it looks like there's people singing, some people dancing, some people cooking by a tree. There's people swinging around, someone spitting, someone rotating over there. A wheelbarrow, I think. Someone playing frisbee. There's someone holding a candle. It's interesting, black and white. Someone in a tree. Someone on fire from a house. Oh man, these scenes are pretty horrific. Here's the guy again with the one side, and then on the other side. And then it looks like there's some trees, some horses, and there's an anaconda. I always like these ones where the art is like popping out. This is like a 3D sculpture of a kid on a bike. And then in the middle here is like a guy with a dog. I thought it was an actual person. That's how good it is. And then behind him on the wall, there's like a kid jumping. She jump roping. Or it's a guy, a boy, jumping, and you look up, there's a lady looking out her window, and it's all like in a 3D space. I like that kind of art. My new iPhone wallpaper. You special, a very art person. Your body is a battleground. Here is The Balloon Animal by Kuntz. And Michael Jackson's favorite activity was blowing bubbles. What was his monkey's name again? This is the Playfoil Bunny. Here's a metal choo-choo train. I choo-choo-choose you. And here's an ass. And he's riding a donkey with a little Tweety bird on his shoulder. Salute! Sometimes there's abstract art and I like to guess what it is or make it up. This is like a lily pad on water. And this one looks like a bow tie. Maybe Goku's bow tie or maybe Goofy's bow tie with a color scheme. Whoa, this reminds me of a Zed concert. Yeah, that's not Zed. I'm bad at that. Here's another hole. Look at it. It's like a light show with mirrors inside. That's pretty, it's like futuristic and colorful. Whoa. Something about these fabrics, I like it. It's like, it looks like fabric, but it's really hard plastic or materials. Like this sheet that's folded. Here's one of my favorite pieces of artwork because I like the sweater in it. Here's the big and tall collection of high chairs. And if you work here, you could get paid under the table if you want. That's one of the options. When you're eating dinner, this is your dog's point of view. It's got a real good upskirt point of view. After they're done with this furniture here, they donate it to charity. And this chair at the very end here is the best, loudest chair, very charismatic. And the president sits on this chair at the other end called the Chair Force One. There's a lot of people going in this room. And it looks like some corner light. Looks like a stock ticker or something. Or warning, warning, warning. That's cool. What's downstairs? Oh, it looks like some art storage. West, and you can see the eye. This looks like a huge movie camera sculpture or something. Right in the middle of the bottom floor. That's the Broad Museum. It's nighttime now, and the lights are all on, the sky's dark. This looks like some default factory on Sim City or something. Motorboat! The moon's glowing in the sky. It's almost time to go home. So that was the Broad right over there, and right across the street, actually even on the same side, is the Disney Concert Hall right here. Man, if I could only hear the sounds of when Walt Disney decided to design this. It kind of looks like if an artist took a paintbrush and started doing all these swiping and swiping, and they made it into a 3D version of that, like waves and curves and everything. And here it is, the Walt Disney Concert Hall. It looks so nice and so wavy and so Disney-y. I wonder what Walt Disney would have thought of this. A lot of points, a lot of curves, but it's beautiful. It's like sheets of metal coming together to make this artwork of a building. It's like weird, odd curves, but it works. There it is, the Broad Museum. Beautiful design, but it does look like a cracker box with a little dent on it, especially compared to the Walt Disney Concert Hall. Walt Disney Concert Hall looks like Mickey Mouse got it, and his magical paintbrush started doing like ballet moves, twirling, or like Raver for Life, and then they just made it into a 3D structure. But they're both beautiful in their own right.